Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at Atlaga. This is a game being developed by Winterpath, a story-driven survival game that's available for free on itch.io. And I thought we'd take a little bit of a look at it. It plays out kind of more like a text-based adventure. I won't go into details of the story and the setting because we're going to figure that all out here in just a minute. And I kind of feel like this is one of those games that requires a little more background sounds and ambience, right? So we'll crank that up and kind of let this one go. This is going to be one of those games where you're going to have to hear a lot of my voice, so I apologize. First off, let's go ahead and begin. You awake. The ship you traveled in lies in pieces, dashed against the rocks. You do not remember much from the wreck, but you recall the image of your father as he told you to hide below deck. The crew and your father are nowhere to be seen. Your challenge is to survive. As a stranded daughter of the Northern Lord, used to a life of luxury and privilege, the odds are certainly not with you. After the trauma of the shipwreck, your vitality is running low. You must conserve your vitality or perish, so consider your actions carefully as you try to survive. Even the smallest tasks are draining. At times, your fate will be at the mercy of chance. When you crawled from the wreckage, you were only able to salvage the most basic of provisions, allowing you to set up camp at the end of each day. When you camp each night, you can use your supplies to heal or recover before continuing your journey in the morning. Let's start our misadventure. So that number up there above the paragraphs, that's our vitality. This one right here. So we have to kind of keep an eye on that, make sure that doesn't go to 0, or I think we die. You stumble through gloom, cursing as you trip over unseen rocks and branches. You reach an abandoned encampment. Smoldering embers, fresh footprints. Not so long since people were here. You're not in the mood to wonder where they are now. Search the camp for anything useful. It's the only thing we can do, so let's do it. Take a bit of our vitality there. You don't find much that can be of use, but in one of the tents you come across a piece of dry fish. Do we eat the dry fish and move on for 15 vitality, or search for the... I mean, it's a camp, right? There might be more things. Let's search a little more. Under the collapsed tent, you find a dagger with a bone handle. It looks like the kind carried by your father's men. Take it. Where's the fish? Can I have the fish? You were never allowed to hold a dagger before. It's heavier than you expected and cold to the touch. Thinking of its deadly purpose makes you shiver. You hope you won't need it to use one of these. Right, continue on. Maybe we should have eaten the fish. You stumble upon a bush full of fresh and juicy berries. Oh, let's eat them now. Oh, we can collect them and eat later, or eat them now. Let's eat them now. Right, who saves food for later? Eat it now. While walking through a thick wall of bushes, a plant barely scratches your arm. You walk away with, that is how much I lost from my berry I just ate. Along the path, you see an old man sitting calmly with various bags in front of him. Perhaps he will trade valuables with you. But I can give him, I have a dagger. I can't give him my dagger? Okay. Apparently he doesn't want my dagger. Glaring eyes appear from the forest. A lone wolf stalks towards you. Wondering what your next move will be, you hesitate for a moment. Approach the wolf. Run towards the wolf. Stand still. Stand still. Don't move. You freeze where you stand. The gray-haired beast stares into your eyes as it slowly approaches you. It does not make a sound. It does not move its eyes from you. Don't run away. No, just stand still. As the wolf draws closer, you notice a peculiar white marking on its hide resembling a flame's tongue. Don't move. The wolf moves up close and very carefully sniffs at you. You fight to keep your legs from shaking. For a while, the beast circles around you. Suddenly, the wolf races off and disappears into the woods. Excellent, excellent. I don't think I have the vitality to search, so let's just keep on going. The path ends in front of a wide swamp. We can go around the camp swamp or just swim across. I don't think we should be swimming. Let's look around. You find a dry path through the swamp. Excellent. Night has come, and you have survived another day. How will you spend the night? Let's end the day and go to sleep. That seems like a plan. You fall asleep in the wild, where you wake, you feel slightly better. A whole 5 vitality for that. Oh, this guy again? No, I'm not talking to you, buddy. I don't know how random this is. I haven't played it yet. This is the first time playing through this. Smell of burned wood lingers in the air. You come across the ruins of what must have been a village. There's nothing welcoming about this place, but you're tempted to find out more. No. No, we got it. Swallow your curiosity. Well, I don't know. Nothing welcoming about this place. No, I'm not tempted to find out more. We're just going to move on. Outside the village walls, you see a man sitting on a pile of charred wood. His face is pale with fear. He looks up as you approach, speaking in a language that makes no sense to you. Yeah, we'll try to understand. The man waves his arms around in great distress, yelling incomprehensible words. You have a couple of lessons to learn. To learn one of the strange tongues You had a couple lessons to learn one of the strange tongues when you were younger, but the teacher gave up on you. Why didn't you pay better attention? Don't yell back at him. Just calm him down. Calm down, buddy. You see tears running down the man's face, frustration and sadness. He makes soothing sounds, and for a moment he calms down and sits perfectly still. He stares into the forest as he mumbles something incomprehensible. The man seems to be fiddling with some kind of object in his hands. Let's point at the object in his hands. The man mumbles in an unfamiliar language, turning his head to stare along the path. His eyes are red with anguish, and he gently hands you the object in his hands. It seems to be some kind of toy carved out of bone. A horned bull. He says something to you, but you have no way of understanding him. You feel useless, but you're used to that. I'm not used to feeling that useless. Leave him be and continue walking, or take the... No, let's take the toy. Man stands up, sobbing inconsolably. He walks off into the forest, disappearing from view. Okay, we got a toy. Look at that. This adventure's been... We got a dagger and a toy. Things are looking up. For a moment, this alluring and delicate tree dissolves the calamity you found yourself in. Rest for 10 vitality, or take some leaves and eat later for some heals, which I don't know what heals does for us, but we need some vitality, so we're going to hang out by this fancy tree. As the welcoming feeling from the tree fades, you can't help wishing you could have stayed a bit longer. Why couldn't I? That sure would have been nice. While walking through the thick wall of bushes, a plant barely scratches your arm. What? Night has come and you've survived another day. Let's sleep. You fall asleep in the wild. When you awake, you feel slightly better. Stumbling along the path, you come across a man lying face down on the ground. You recognize his clothing. He must be one of the crewmen from your father's ship. Yeah, check for signs of life. With some effort, you turn him over and see if he's alive. There's blood oozing from a hole in his chest. He feels cold and stiff. Life has most surely left his body. You take a moment to pray for his swift arrival in Valhalla. Well, search the guy. You want to leave the poor man in peace, but you need all the help you can get. After luckily fumbling around in his clothing, you find a small bronze coin. You do not recognize the engraving, but it looks foreign. Yeah, take it. In one of his pockets, you find a crumpled scroll. As you pick it up, you see it's written in your tongue. Shipment, chest of amber, chest of skins, value, to be settled upon arrival. Be wary of the natives. Have not forgotten us, forgiven us, so long ago. All right. You arrive at a muddy and uneven area. You hear someone yelling, but the sound is muffled and distant, making it hard to hear where it's coming from. Search, stand still, ignore it, and keep going. If someone's yelling, I don't know. Just put it out of your mind and just walk. I guess I am looking for people, aren't I? Maybe I should go. Oh, the stupid branches. Stumble upon a bush full of fresh berries. Eat them. You come to a derelict stone tower that stretches above the treetops. Time seems to have fused this round structure with the forest floor. A doorway is hewn into the rough stone. You wonder if the whole tower could crumble under your touch. Do I want to enter with minus 10 vitality? Do we want to risk that? Yeah, let's do it. You step through the doorway into the tower, half expecting the stones to come crashing down on you. The light is dim, but you make out some carved markings on the wall. A rickety-looking wooden staircase leads up the tower. There are animal bones lying among the rubble on the floor. Look at the markings. Carved markings resemble a sunset. Beneath the sun, there are drawings of a dozen strange tall figures. I guess we're going to leave. I have 5 left. Okay, let's snooze. We're up to 10 vitality. Feeling a little better? Not really feeling better. Those bushes are tearing us apart. Cold shower of rain passes over you, making you feel cold and numb. We're down to 5. There's the old man. Oh! Trade the foreign coin for some herbs, buddy. There we go. Old man smiles gently. He seems content with the trade. I am too, I think. A little way along the path, you see a young man sitting against a boulder. He looks badly injured, with a long arrow sticking out of his stomach. Is he? Could he be dead? Check for signs of life. As you timidly approach the man, his eyes drift open, widening when he sees you stand before him. You were on the ship, the Lord's daughter. But what happened to the rest of the crew? Those savages, they tricked us. They lured us into the bay. They took everyone. He looks truly shaken. What savages? Tall, pale men. They hid their faces. They were well armed and prepared. They baited us by setting fire to their boat. We thought it was one of our own and we rowed to help, but the tide pulled us in. Where'd they take you? The savages were taking us in the loot westward. They set up camp one night and I fled. I did not get far. What's your name? I'm Jan, one of the crew, a rower. What happened to you? I know what happened to him. The savages set up camp one night and I fled, but one of them shot an arrow at me. Well, through me. Where's my dad? He was among the captured when I ran. He tried to bargain with the savages, but they did not understand us, nor did they want to listen. Why'd you... I know why he ran away. Don't ask that dumb question. His eyes fill with tears as he continued speaking. Forgive me, my lady. I was afraid. They beat us, screamed at us. I feared the worst. You will be welcomed in Valhalla. I guess I'm running them through. Sorry, buddy. Thank you, my lady. I wanted to get help. Your father kept saying your name. He's a good man. You must be careful. I'm ready to leave for Valhalla. Okay. Can I have like a berry or something? Wait. Take everything I have. Keep heading along this path and you should catch up with them. But do not let them see you. May the gods be with you, my lady. Thank him for the bread and leave. 1 heal. Okay. Path ends in front of a wide swamp. Okay. Leave your supplies and swim across. We can't do that. We're going to have to do this one. Look way around. We're going to hit 0, though. Oh, you've perished. Oh, that's it? Well, that's not very good. Let's go back to the last memory, right? Up to... Oh, back here? Something about that. You come across those man's... Search him. Take a coin. Okay, let's go. Is there different things we can do? What happens if we recall our memories? I don't know if I want to do that, though. No, take the... Yeah, we need that. We need a vitality. All the vitality we can get. There's not a whole lot of options we had here. We're walking over a rough patch. You step on a sharp stone, hurting your foot badly. That's not helpful. A calm, shimmering pond. Drink for 10 vitality. There we go. Or search. Drink. Okay, now we're at the stone tower. No, forget the tower. It's no good for us. Yep, keep going. It's cold here. You see a deer, face down, eating fresh berries from a branch. It's not noticed your presence. Leave it. Hunt it with your bare hands. I have a dagger. Frighten the deer. The deer. Hunt it with your dagger. That's the one we want to do. As the deer raises its head from the ground, you stab the animal in the throat. The deer lies dead before you. Skin the animal and gather the meat. Yes. What's the point of heals if it doesn't do us any good with vitality? Use the supplies you have to recover your strength. What's wrong with my strength? Oh, yeah, do that. Oh, that's what it does. Do it again. Let's recall our... Yeah, let's recall our memories. What will you think about? I'm going to think about... Who's the frightened man? Oh, the guy that gave us the toy. Let's think about that guy. On your way through the forest, you remember meeting a frightened man. He spoke in a foreign tongue, so you don't know what he was saying. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay. Let's snooze. We'll save one of those heals just in case. There's this guy. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Yes, and it's milady to you. What happened to the rest of the crew? We know what happened. What's your name? Jan. Where's my dad? Why'd you run away, you coward? Yeah, what a coward. He looks down at the arrow and pierced in his stomach. Nothing can ever justify leaving my brothers behind. Please, just leave me here. I will die soon enough. Oh, okay. Leave him to rot. Ooh, berries. I'm going to grab berries to eat later. You arrive at a muddy, uneven area. You hear someone yelling, but the sound is muffled and distant. Let's search. This time we're looking for him. You walk around, you hear the yelling fade in and out. Cannot possibly locate where the sound is coming from. Alright. Originate from where you stood before. It's not coming from afar. Stand still. When you've stood still for some time, you can hear the sound is not coming from the left nor the right. Yelling is coming from down under. Like Australia? Use your hands to dig it up. Oh my god, I used 15 there. I had 20, what? Hastily dig a hole, I'm gonna die. Well, I don't want to die anymore. Back here again? Okay. What's this guy give us? This guy gives us the coin. Yeah, take his coin. How do I do this all over again? It's all about just getting lucky, I guess. Snooze there for 25. Okay. Let's cruise through here again. Okay, keep on walking. We're going to ignore the tower. It might be great, but we're going to ignore it. And we're going to save the berries for later, because we know we can get 10 out of it. Okay, ignore the yelling. We don't care about yellers. Let's do that. There we go, now 25. Okay. Not as good as we were the first time, but this time we're not going to worry about, what was it, the yelling one? That killed our vitality. Ignore that. Yeah, we'll be friendly to this guy. I feel bad for him. He's dying and all that. Okay. Takes... Oh, he gave me some bread. That's right. Let's go around the swamp. Doesn't seem to be another way. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to lose everything. Minus 10 vitality. Okay, keep going. Swimming pond. Yeah, drink it. You come to a tall stone wall. The path continues through an opening in the middle. The sheer scale of the wall makes you feel smaller than ever. And you try to shake off the growing feeling of dread. Keep going. No, I don't care about the wall. Keep going. Tell yourself to stop imagining things while you safely pass through the wall opening. Yeah. Just forget it. Night has come. Okay. Feel much better. Sort of. A stick pokes me. There's some berries. I'm going to save one for later. A couple of large wooden chests have been thrown on the ground. They seem to have been stripped of most valuables and abandoned to the elements. In the dust next to the chests are a couple of damp sheepskins and a handful of raw amber stones. Take the skin. Wrap it around your shoulders. It's heavy, but you're glad you have the extra warmth. Okay. But I want the other one too. Why do I only get one? Path ends in front of a wide swamp. Oh boy, a swamp again. Doesn't seem to be another way around. This is where we die. And, okay, good. We're back here then. Let's look at the wall. A few of the rocks appear to be loose. Remove the loose stones from the wall. Ignore it and keep looking at the wall. Notice that something is buried in the ground beneath. A trap of some sort? Spring the trap with your hands. Well, don't do that. Trying to trap the sheer speed of the lasso cuts your hand. A giant boulder suspended from a rope comes crashing down. You can now pass through safely. Okay. Let's snooze. Okay. Shower is killing us. Yeah. Kill that deer. You stab it in the throat. Kill it. All right. Now we have... We'll take the amber this time. Okay, they may be useful. Yeah, I'm sure they will. That's a problem. You stand only a few feet away from a big brown bear. It has not yet noticed you. We'll try to sneak past. We got 5 vitality. You attempt to move silently past. You step on a twig. It makes a loud snapping sound, and we die. Okay, just keep on going through. Let's, okay. Yeah. That one. Okay, eat the berries now. There's the deer. Kill the deer. Got him. I will take... We could keep looking around. No, I'm not going to risk my vitality. We got to go. Extra warmth. Maybe that'll come in handy. Shimmering pond. We're going to drink from the pond. It's only giving us 5 this time. Wasn't it giving us 10 before? There's the bear. Find a way around with my... Let's try to sneak past. No twig this time, but we will die, right? Sneaking around was... Maybe not. We managed to sneak past the deer. Yes, excellent. Oh, we made it to the middle of the night. Let's heal up. Okay. Let's heal one more time. I'm feeling good. We're at 50. If we only died 15 times, we're going to snooze. Suddenly, a stern-looking woman stands in front of you, blocking your way. She shouts something while pointing a blade at you. Give her the foreign coin. Point my blade at her. That's right. I have a blade as well. I'm gonna stab you. Woman startled by your blade as she takes a few steps back. She realizes that she must let you pass. That's right. You better. While walking over a rough patch, you step on a sharp rock. Oh boy. Use my heel to heal it. Yes, I will. We see a deer again. We're going to hunt it with my dagger. And stab it. Takes more heal. Excellent. Quite the deer murderer, if I do say so myself. Use the skin to cover and continue walking. Yeah. You arrive at the banks of a wide river that seems to go on forever in both directions. Swim with my baggage. Yes, there's a chance, but we're going to lose. It's fine. Jump in the river and begin to swim. The violent current pushes you downriver, and the frigid water begins to numb your senses. Uh-oh. You sink into the abyss. The cold dark envelops you. You hear a voice. Never did I expect to return to this place. And now I have exposed my own daughter to these cursed lands? I swore to never make her endure such evil. I swore never to make her suffer for her father's sins. My dearest, I need you to endure. You must endure. I'm sorry for what has happened, for what I have done. You wake on the other side of the river. Somehow you drifted ashore. Oh. Okay. You come to a long road that stretches toward the horizon. We gonna rest for the night? Read the road sign. Just a jumble of carvings to you. Alright, let's keep going. I guess we won't stay for the night. There it is. Yeah, keep on healing. 55. We're gonna do one more. 65. And rest. Recall memories of my dad. Or maybe yawn. Yawn? Yeah. Okay, let's snooze. After walking along the road for a while, you see a woman pulling a wheeled cart. As she draws closer, she notices you. The woman looks shocked. A northerner? What is a northern girl doing here? Who are you? Just a traveler, trying to survive. Can I trade you some things that I carry? Yeah, just trade. With suspicious eyes, the woman examines your wet, cold, and shivering form. Doesn't look like you have much to trade. I'm weak and I need help. I'm risking enough just by talking to you. If I were caught feeding a northerner... how do you know where I'm from? I'm older than 2 winters, child. I know a northerner when I see one. We used to trade regularly with your kind some years ago, but that was before the bloodshed. Do you really not know your own history? Your cheeks burn, shame, anger. You're not sure. Years ago, your people used to trade here regularly. At first, you were friendly. Northerners used to sail here and land their ships on these lands, and we could exchange goods for mutual respect. But then, during a cold spring, one of your clan lords was consumed by greed. In his madness, he desecrated our homes and murdered our people. Things were never the same after that. Some of us fled underground, while others kept going. Underground? After the bloodshed, this place was like an open wound. Some became so sick with anguish that they secluded themselves underground. When they surfaced again, they had become vile and hateful creatures. Where are they now? They returned from below not so long ago, seeking revenge for what happened to our people. They are laying waste to farms and villages, burning everything in sight. Where do they live? No one knows, but I suggest that you keep your head down if you do not wish to be hunted by them. You will not hurt me? Try not to dwell on the past. I'm rather certain that you are not personally responsible for the death of my people all those years ago, but I'm curious. What is a northern girl doing here all alone? Do we tell her the truth? Yeah, we'll tell her. Appreciate the honesty, girl. Woman reaches for a bag on her cart and hands you 2 shiny apples. Yeah, eat them now. Anyone else survive? I will tell her. You poor wretch. I do not recommend trying to find your father if the underground people have him, but I cannot stop you. The woman reaches for the cart and pulls out some dry clothes. Here, put these on before your northern rags get us both killed. Go to Keylock, the village at the end of the road, and ask around in my village. Here's what they must say. The woman utters outlandish words, and you attempt to repeat them. That. This means, where is the home of the underground people? I cannot risk to be seen with you any longer. Go now. You arrive at a rather large village. This must be Keylock. There's no one around the outside, but there seem to be people in some sort of huts. You hope they will not discover who you really are. Let's go. As you approach one of the huts, a pale man appears in the doorway. You take a deep breath and try to repeat the words the woman taught you. Somehow the man becomes even paler at the mention of the underground people. He cries out, looks around the street with fearful eyes, and slams his door. Next. You walk up to a larger hut at the edge of the village and knock firmly on the door. As the door opens, you see a young woman standing before you, a small child peering out from behind her skirt. Say it again. She's shocked by your words and pushes her child further behind her, while reaching for her dagger at her side. You step backwards in surprise. She clearly doesn't trust you, and you can't blame her. No, just give up. Just go to the next one. Why should you trust you? You can't even trust your own people, your own father, not to kill. You slump down in the dust at the young woman's feet, with your head in your hands. She is still for a moment. When you look up, she is holding out her hand for you. Oh. She helps you to your feet while her child peers shyly out the doorway. The young woman points back towards the road and then at herself. At her eye, hopefully. That will make sense as your journey continues. I don't know what that means. She points at the road, and then herself, and then her eye. Okay, next hut. So tired. These borrowed clothes smell musty, and you feel too warm under the heavy fabric, but you've been through enough to know that you need help. You knock on the door of a small, crumbling hut. The door opens and a curious face appears. You brace yourself to say the strange words again. The curious face belongs to a woman, whose eyes are drawn at something sticking out of your pocket. A little toy bull. She points towards it. Here you go. Her face lights up with joy and recognition as she holds the toy up to her face. She is lost in her thoughts for the moment. Then she points across the village towards the road, and then points at her eye. A helpful clue, you hope. You arrive at a rather large village. This must be Keylock. What? Look at the road markings. See three roads leading out from the village. Next to each road are pillars. So we can go to Raven, Arrowhead, or Eye. Let's go to Eye. Night has come. You survived another day. We will not use our healing. We're going to recall our memories of the woman in the cart. This just kind of reads everything we have. I guess it's supposed to help us along the way. Whatever. Let's sleep. We're almost at 100 vitality. We're better now than we were before. Oh. A growling wolf runs towards you. Try to distract it. Hit the wolf with your dagger. Stab it? Let's stab it. You swing at the wolf. You stumble on a branch, losing your footing. The wolf bites your hand and bares its fangs in preparation for another attack. That hurt. The wolf is far from being done with you. It circles around for a moment before jumping again. Defend yourself with a dagger. You manage to raise your dagger just in time for the wolf's attack. The wounded wolf flees with haste. Your dagger buried in its side. No doubt it will lick its wound somewhere. Oh, I lost my dagger. What? Another one? Distract it. Before you manage to pick up some rubble from your... limp away. Ow. Oh, boy, another bear? Sneak past. No, run away. Okay. Now we don't have it. We frighten the deer. You're startled. It quickly springs away, revealing the berries on the ground. Yeah, eat some berries. Those 2 wolf attacks and a bear attack, it takes it out of you. On the side of the road, you see 2 paths leading into the woods. Next to the paths are stone pillars on carved markings. Well, this is... I wanted to go... You want to go to pig or sun? Let's go to sun, I guess. Okay. I'm going to use the supplies and heal myself up. Okay, let's snooze. You come to a rocky hill. In the midst of the rubble, you see an opening. You find yourself in a gloomy tunnel lit by a faint white glow radiating from your skin. A narrow tunnel stretches on deeper into the hillside. In front of you, the tunnel splits into 2. Let's go left. As you stumble along the rough tunnel floor, you start to hear soft whispering. You stop and listen. Whispering gets louder and louder, filling your ears and creeping into your mind. I guess we're going back. In front of you, the tunnel splits into 2. Let's go right then. No, actually, no, we want to go left. Okay. Okay, maybe we do want to go right. I was thinking, left, right, whatever. Go right then. Kick up a cloud of dust as you move quickly through the tunnel. As you cough and sputter, the tunnel splits once more. Let's go right again. A faint red light spills out into the tunnel floor. A little way ahead, you're drawn towards it. As you step into the light, you behold a terrible sight. It must be one of them, the underground people. He sits there with his back towards you, covered in blood and dirt. You don't think he sees you. Not yet. Oh, I want to stab him. Where's my dagger? Okay, so we want to go left then. Go back. Okay, right. Then left. A shower of pebbles falls on your head. You tread more softly, afraid of bringing down the whole tunnel. Left is a chance, go right. Right then. Just when you think your eyes are getting used to the dark, a shriek rings out, reverberating around the claustrophobic tunnel. Someone is in pain. It came from behind you. Could it be your father? No, keep going. I'm getting lost here. Oh! In front of you stands a creature so foul that your gasp echoes loudly against the tunnel walls. The hooded and pale monstrosity breathes heavily as it walks slowly towards you. Let's run past it. You run towards the creature. As you leap past it, you smell a foul stench. The creature didn't react fast enough, so you can move on safely. You round the corner and step into a pool of light. It feels blindingly bright after so long in the tunnels, and you hold your hand up to shield your eyes. After a few moments, you realize you've reached the temple. Someone is standing before you. Your father. Walk towards him. You can't believe it's really him. You rush over, ready to embrace him, but as you reach him, he cries out and strikes with you with his arm. You fall to the ground, clutching your face. Hey, Dad? Father, it's me. Don't you recognize me? I came to find you. He shifts his gaze to you, but you feel as though his eyes look through you. He seems barely aware of lifting his hand to his face and wiping away a splash of blood. You jump to your feet when you realize the blood is not his. Look around. He's not alone. Lying in the dust of the temple floor is one of the underground creatures. Their body battered and bleeding. What happened here? Look at your father. He's restless, shifting his weight from one foot to the other and glancing behind him every few seconds. He reminds you of a hunted animal, but he is no gentle deer. He is a bear, a wolf, a cornered predator who could lash out at any moment. Father, do you know me? Take a step back, forwards, cautiously holding a shaking hand out to him. He stops shifting from foot to foot. His sudden stillness fills you with dread. Stand still. He does not know you. The man you know and love is no longer in that body. Or have you loved a monster all this time? You're not safe here. You're not safe from him. Attack him or run away. He has a knife. I have a coin. We're going for it. You notice a boulder sticking up from behind your father's feet. Quickly, you lunge towards him, hoping to push him over. With amazing reflexes, your father steps sharply to the side and you fall, hitting your head on the boulder. You clutch your aching head, feeling a stream of blood trickle between your fingers. Your father is restless again. You daren't risk fighting. Yeah, run away. Take one last look at your father, turn and run back along the gloomy, rocky tunnels. You don't dare to look back, and you don't think about treading softly. By the time you reach the temple entrance, large stones are falling from the tunnel roof. You dive into the light as the tunnel opening collapses behind you. After a few moments, the rumbling and shaking stops. There is no sign of the temple entrance, apart from a cloud of dust that is already starting to settle around you. You lean your back against the rock and look outwards, past the bushes and stones. You're so high up that you can see all the way down to the beach. Wreckage of the ship is dark, smudged in the distance. You are truly alone. Your father's not coming to rescue you, and you couldn't rescue him. Is this your home now? You could go back to the shipwreck, hope to be saved, or you could put your trust in yourself and keep on surviving. You stand, stretching your bruised and aching limbs. The end. Well, there we go. That's the it. That's the end. Is there multiple endings, or is that how it always ends? I'm curious. Okay, well, there we go. There is Atlaga. It is available on itch.io. You can play it for free, which I guess I just played through it, so maybe you don't have to, but there it is. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.